This is Jemimah Rodrigues, and this is her emotional resilience and her spirit to fight back against all odds. 2 ducks in 10 days and the internet turned savage. To be honest, it is easy to cheer for winners, but you often forget every champion was once the person everyone laughed at. The truth is, the world loves to comment on almost anything. You be an expert at it or not, it's faster to mock than to understand. This is a story of being written off by the world and still walking back onto the field, head high, faith unbroken, and rewriting history. More than hatred, it's the silence after it that breaks you. Today, our workplace mental well-being video shifts from the shiny glass and the brick and mortar environment to a cricket field. Logically, it's still a workplace, a place of performance for the sports stars, and hence, through this video, we will tour how Jemimah Rodrigues turned that hatred and silence into power, and how her story narrates a perfect example of emotional resilience. Spending 15 years in the corporate world, I used to think resilience meant not to feel anything, just fight forward. But then I saw Jemimah feel everything. She felt fear, faith, doubt, and she still showed up. At the surface, this innings is just a match-winning knock. But in reality, it redefined what strength and resilience looks like when the world writes you off. And that is why it is important for you to know how it all unfolded. Jemimah Rodrigues was going through a dry patch in her performance. In the recently concluded Cricket World Cup, she got 2 ducks in a span of 10 days. Now understand this, those fans who once praised her reels, her smile, her energy, suddenly they all turned on her. Imagine she started getting comments like, "Go back to the kitchen," and such statements. She was even attacked for her faith too. Trolls said she was a distraction and not a cricketer. And just like that, the lights around her dimmed. Now imagine, you are 25, your whole identity is built on a game you have played since you were maybe just 5, and overnight the world tells you you are a joke. Imagine the mental trauma she was enduring, and now she was expected to perform in the middle of a cricket stadium in a World Cup knockout game. She battled anxiety, she was dropped from the national team earlier, but the trolling didn't stop. They followed her everywhere, whispering, mocking her, tearing down her confidence. A well-known club in Mumbai even cancelled her membership based on certain rumors. Any person with a sane mind would have given up their career altogether, isn't it? But not Jemimah Rodrigues. And here is where her story bends. Her breakdown before her breakthrough. What did Jemimah do at her lowest point? What would you do at your lowest point, especially when the environment created around you is A, untrue and staged to a larger extent, and B, you are unable to stop the virality of the negativity and the people around it feeding on it like hungry vultures? Jemimah did this. When she couldn't find any last bit of inspiration from the dark world outside, she turned inwards. While the world outside shouted and screamed, she listened to her mother, her father, her faith in God, and in her own abilities, in herself. She listened to the quietness inside her that possibly said, "Jemimah, you stand firm. You are not done yet." YouTube may be unhappy if I utter certain words, but imagine you reading this before going out to perform in the middle of a packed stadium. Would you be able to stand it? But here comes her comeback. You see, by now this tigress has been wounded enough to a point that she no longer felt any fresh pain. Fast forward to the World Cup semi-final against Australia, pressure everywhere, India chasing a steep uphill target of 339 to win in 50 overs. A wicket goes down in the second over and out walks Jemimah Rodrigues. Every camera waiting for her to crumble again. But today Jemimah had other plans. Ball after ball, she built her innings. Elegant but brutal when needed, demonstrating resilience with every ball she faced. And there she was, 127 not out. The greatest chase in the history of women's one-day international knockouts. She was hands down the player of the match. As the stadium erupts, the girl who almost quit stands in the middle of it all, tears in her eyes, saying, "Thank you God," in her post-match interview. Jemimah's story is not just about cricket. It's about what happens when you chose to stay resilient in an otherwise ruthless world. It is her workplace story. Emotional resilience isn't about pretending that you aren't breakable. It's about admitting that you have been broken, still choosing to get up, still choosing to stand and fight. If you feel any connect with this story, do me a favor. Please subscribe for more such moments of inspiration and inspire me too with a like on this video. In your workplace, that might look like showing up after you have been sidelined, smiling through a review that didn't go your way, and trusting yourself again after being doubted. And that could be your 127 not out moment. So the next time life benches you, remember Jemimah Rodrigues. Remember the girl who was told to go home, yet ended up sending a nation to the finals and winning it too. She outgrew her trolls. She outlasted the hatred, and that emotional resilience, not loud or dramatic, but just continuous and steady. In the end, resilience isn't about how hard you can hit once. Resilience is about how many times you can hit back hard after each and every failure. It's all about the mindset. Talking about mindset, in case you want to talk your feelings out with me one-on-one, I have kept a simple and a free sign-up form in the descriptions, no string attached. I do not do guru sessions, but I just started this YouTube channel with a solitary purpose, a purpose to bring together or create a solid community of working professionals like you and me, to open up to some of those deep thoughts which are always stuck within us and we may want to vent out. We just want to have an alternate perspective that makes all the difference, right? In the end, I want to leave you with a quote. It's in Hindi and I'll translate it in English for you too. It goes like, गिरते हैं सहसवार ही मैदाने जंग में, वो तिल्फ क्या गिरे जो घुटनों के बल चले. Translating it for you in English, it's only the horseman who gets the opportunity to fall in the battlefield. How will that child fall who is yet crawling on his knees? Bye.